Todd Gurley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Robert Woods, touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 58 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Rams with a score. Touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's the former Tar Heel back here in Carolina, Robert Quinn. Coming on the blitz, he gets him for a loss of 7. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now Newton and Olsen over the middle. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Quinn in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Newton. And he's going to go down again. Tyron Walker in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton under pressure again, and down he goes again. Robert Quinn able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. It's a gain of 15 that time. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down. And that's what you got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 84 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now Newton on first down. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now Stewart on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw is Newton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Third and long, it's Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Newton on first down. He hits Stewart in the flat. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen from 6 yards away. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he spins through. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Open now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Flush to his right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And this one is incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Newton eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They are going for it. Goff. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 8 on the gain there. And the Rams are going to get a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Thomas Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
On second down, here's Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Going deep here for one. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. Throwing again is Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Oh, look at the juke. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On the toss, it's Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They got a man. It's Woods. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Goff on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The Panthers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, 43 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. 30, the 20, 10. good. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, 77 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, it's Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And some room to work. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 11 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw. Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Goff going to throw it. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Back to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's...